Imagine a king whose wealth was so vast that silver was considered worthless in his kingdom. A ruler whose treasures remain unmatched even by today's billionaires. This is the story of King Solomon, the wisest man who may have also been the richest in all of human history. Solomon was not born a king. He was the son of King David and Bathsheba, a child chosen by God himself. When Solomon took the throne of Israel as a young man, he faced a daunting task to rule one of the most complex kingdoms in the ancient world. But what set Solomon apart wasn't his political skill or military power. It was a single, selfless request. When God appeared to Solomon in a dream, he offered him anything: wealth, power, long life. But Solomon chose something different. "Give your servant wisdom to govern your people," Solomon asked. And with that one request, Solomon unlocked not only divine wisdom, but unimaginable wealth. The Bible tells us in 1 Kings 10:14 that Solomon received 666 talents of gold every year. That's roughly 22 metric tons of gold every year. 22 metric tons equals over $1.5 billion annually just in gold, in today's value. But gold was just the beginning. Foreign kings, merchants, and rulers flooded Jerusalem with gift spices, precious stones, rare animals, ivory, chariots, and horses. According to the scriptures, Solomon's trading fleet partnered with King Hiram of Tyre. They brought back treasures from distant lands every 3 years: gold, silver, apes, and peacocks. Solomon's palace was a marvel, but nothing compared to the jewel of his kingdom, the Temple of the Lord, also known as Solomon's Temple. It took 7 years to build. The walls and furnishings were overlaid with pure gold. The Holy of Holies gleamed with unimaginable splendor. The Queen of Sheba traveled from a distant land to see for herself. When she arrived, she was speechless. Scholars estimate that Solomon's personal fortune would easily exceed $2 trillion in today's money, possibly more. That's richer than Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Bill Gates combined. And remember, silver was so common in Jerusalem during Solomon's reign that it was described as being as common as stones. But with great wealth came great temptation. Solomon's heart turned away from God. He married hundreds of foreign wives, built altars for their gods, and allowed idolatry to enter Israel. His kingdom would not remain united after his death. His wealth, his wisdom, even his grand temple, would all eventually be destroyed. Solomon's wealth was breathtaking, but his story is a timeless warning. Wealth without obedience is empty. Wisdom without devotion leads to ruin. His Proverbs and Ecclesiastes remain teaching us that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. This was the rise and fall of the richest man who ever lived.